So yeah, hey everybody, so here we are at
Zion
National Park. We're in a bus.
Woohoo! We gotta take the shuttle.
The only way you can get in through
Seems
there
like the
is
only way we can get in.
shuttle.
So it's the two of us, and then Joshua and Emma. Here, can you say hi?
Say hi. Say hello.
So we're gonna head in for a hike into probably the Emerald Pools.
Emerald Pools,
Yeah,
yeah.
so we'll be getting off at stop number 6.
So when you're on the bus, make sure you sit in the like on the row outside the window. You don't sit like this has got the good view. Where
We
we're
got the front seat for
we're
this
at,
one.
yeah. But the first way up, the other the way back, it was kind of we got stuck in the side. We try to get into a place where you can get a good view as you're traveling. I know many people are talking and stuff at this point, but the views are amazing here.
Yeah, and I mean the texture, the diversity of the rock and the landscape, from the colors to, like I said, the texture. I was kind of amazed at how different this park is than like something like the Grand Canyon.
Right.
Now, granted, we weren't in the bottom of the Grand Canyon like we are here. We're in the bottom of this canyon, but just the amount of color and greenery and life, I think, was pretty cool to watch. This is normally, I don't know if it ever opens, but like during a certain season, shuttle season, this is the only way you can get to all the hikes, it sounded like.
During this time, and this is actually, man, the weather was perfect today.
Yeah.
Came through here, and it's just it's early spring, very early spring.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't imagine how
Green and luscious it might be in a few more months.
In a month or so, yeah. So while we're riding on the bus here, I noticed that people have these overalls with
Like water
bibs and shoes and
proof
and,
clothing
and everything. And I didn't have the guts to ask, but I did find out later on that they rent those out. And if you wanted to do what's called the hike called the Narrows, it's basically goes through. You're actually ending up on. We started on the trail later, but you actually end up in the river, and you could be up
pretty
to,
submersed in the river.
up to waist high, depending on what season. So if you're into rock climbing, there is a ton of opportunities for rock climbing. And I'm not talking about the stuff that we did last.
Some scrambling over boulders.
Scrambling over boulders with some ropes. I'm talking
serious rock climbing.
Also, you can rent e-bikes, which you just see here to the left. And,
Oh, poor girl, she just fell over.
oh God.
But there is a lot of things to rent as far as having a more, exciting adventure. And here we are, stop 6, the Emerald Pools. This one we chose because, I don't know, we wanted to see water. We wanted to see like luscious green life, landscape, things like that, but also just have water in our hike.
I didn't know that there was going to be a waterfall. That was kind of cool. That was a surprise. And it was not like at this time of year where we were there, it's just a stream of water coming
Like a
down.
trickle in some spots,
It was freaking cold though.
It was pretty cold.
Yeah.
So I do imagine that in the certain seasons there is much more of a waterfall coming over these rocks. But it was as you see the mud, it was just so messy with just a little bit of wash coming over the falls coming over the edge.
Hey, whose fingers?
But yeah, hey, move your finger out of the way, dude. Gotta become a better filmographer here. But yeah, it was very cold and slimy. You can see the algae building up on the rocks here. But it was really beautiful. This was actually the lower or mid? Because there's like an upper, a mid, and a lower Emerald Pools hike. And this is the staircase that connects the lower to the mid. It separates
you come into
those.
there and then you go up either lower, middle, or higher.
And just the views. This was our way back already. So beautiful. We got back on the bus and we decided to just drive to all the stops.
Right.
Because you might as well. I mean, you paid to be in here all day.
Yeah. So this is a stop where you get off for the Narrows. I talked about that earlier, where you rent that gear for the water hike and you end up in the river. So that's where you get off.
One day we'll do that.
Yeah. So overall, Zion National Park, got to be on your bucket list. Probably the top 10.
Until the next hike, be evolving.